this new high and we're pulling back into this level, just kind of dancing. So I'm curious, like, will we hold this level? Because if we hold this level, we have a really good trade brewing up. So I'm just going to wait right here to see if we bounce like this. If we do not bounce like that, guys, it is absolutely just no trade. It's very simple. The hard part about trading is psychology. So, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, hey, this looks good, and then it's really easy to get excited and be like, oh my god, like this is going to be the money maker. This is going to be the money maker. You got to make sure you're just open to whatever it does. If it goes against your analysis, it doesn't mean you're a bad trader. It doesn't mean you're incompetent or that you don't know what's going on. You just simply need more data. At the end of the day, if you don't know, you need more data. When in doubt, don't. All right, don't do it. But this is a potentiality right here for odd Swiss franc. So, you know, keep that marked up. This is actually one I did take this week. So this is odd CAD. And I didn't take much profit on this one. You know, I was traveling from New York, so I was on a flight, and I couldn't monitor. I couldn't glance back when I wanted to. So it's one of those things where you just put the entry in, you have your stop loss tight wherever you're entering, and then at a certain amount of pips gained, I'll go ahead and move break even. So right now, I'm already out of this. It was only like a couple $100. It really wasn't anything, but it still was a good trade setup where you could make a decent amount of money. All right, so let's take a look here. You can see we have this new low on the 4 hour, so I'm going back to that higher time frame analysis. Let me find my arrows. There's my. All right, this is just to kind of focus my eyes between 2 points, right? Like that's what trading's about, is finding a point A and a point B and focusing your eyes there, because there's so much noise on the screen. Like it's really easy to start looking over here and over there and hopping all these time frames. For me, guys, I am a 4 hour to a 1 hour, and if I need the 30-minute, I'll use the 30-minute. It's not a necessity, but if I need it, I'll use it. And this is my last line of defense. So essentially, this is the lower high responsible for this low. So as long as price doesn't break above here, like it didn't, price is still valid. So you can see that price was pushing up, and then we broke this level of support, tested here, couldn't break here. I actually took an entry here, 30 pip stop loss to make 60. I didn't even take that. I took like 25 pips. I really cut myself short, but nonetheless, it got to the desired short-term TP, which is back to this low. And then if you break beneath this low, right, that's the key. That's the key area of interest right now, is we need to break beneath this low to get to this point. So right now, no break, still patient, still waiting to see what the market does here. So guys, be patient. This one, NZD Swiss franc, nothing crazy there. This one here, this one here. This one was a break even. I sent this one out to my team, but it's really not doing much. So people probably are just floating break even or just at their entry point. But I called this out yesterday. This is a 45-minute analysis, but you can see that we have that new low, right? So really, I'm kind of pushing it, going against this trend like this. Don't love it. This isn't a high probability, right? You got to be able to say, hey, what's my super high probability and what's my like decent probability, right? For me, this is probably going a little bit against of what I do. I don't usually counter trend trade, but if there's low risk, I'll take it. You know, I don't mind getting stopped out 20 pips, because the amount of movement I usually catch on a weekly basis is like anywhere from 60 to 120 pips, depending on the pair you trade, right? Volatility is different per each pair. So if it's like an odd pair, I might catch 80 pips for the week. If it's like a GBP USD, I could catch 120 pips in the week. But for right now, what I see here is a new low. We are in this pullback. We already have tested as an area of resistance here. So a couple things here, guys. I'm going to drop down to my lower time frames, and this is what I saw. I saw this level right here, and you can see I have a 45-minute last line of defense. I have a 4-hour last line of defense, and that's with purpose, guys. Whatever time frame you mark your zones on, you have to respect it on that time frame. My 45-minute last line of defense is going to play differently than my 4-hour last line of defense, right? My 4-hour last line of defense might give me a lot more room to move, while my 45-minute last line of defense are more my internal movements that I'm playing off of, right? And this will come with time. This comes with not being able to unsee, you know, what you're doing. Like, you do this for so long, the patterns are there, the levels you're looking for, and whether or not you play out doesn't change. It's just like, it plays out, it plays out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But right now, this is the trade that I actually ended up calling for my team. Don't love it, but with the market being in weird areas, and I haven't really been able to be in my charts until really today, which is Wednesday. This is what I called out. So you can see that this is my 45-minute last line of defense. So, what does that mean? Essentially, guys, price would have to break here to push lower, right? This is my last area of internal structure. You can see in this pullback, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And now we're here. We didn't break here to go lower. So right now, if my students took this, they are in profit. And you can see that I called it around this area, like around this candlestick area right in here. Price did try to wick out. So it's really like a 12 to 14 pip stop loss to make 40 pips. That's still great from a risk perspective. So right now, guys, this trade is, and NZD/USD isn't like a monster. It doesn't move crazy, but it's 27 pips in profit. So guys, you have a standard on there. It looks like we might head to TP1 right here on the live. That'd be awesome. If you have a standard, that's 270 bucks, guys. I know that doesn't seem like a crazy amount of money when you're sitting on Instagram and you're watching your favorite influencers, but $270 a day. I think it takes like $276 a day to make six figures in the year. So $270 could get you pretty close. That's not one of those things where you look at and go, $270, I need 500. If you hit your targets and if you hit your take profits, you get out of the market and you walk away. One thing that, just sharing, some insight from my journey is that I've seen every amount of money. I've made $20 in a day when I first started. I've also had a $25,000 day in my trading career, where I turned around the next day and I blew it. And I blew $19,000. I literally had like $4,000 or $5,000 left over, and I blew it quick, okay? Because I didn't understand risk. I didn't understand taking my profit, walking away. I didn't understand overcoming greed, because this was foreign to me at the time, right? We just know what this can do, but you don't realize the desensitization that happens when you do see those numbers on your screen, right? When you do see 1,000, 3,000, 25,000, you're like, 270 bucks. Like, that's lame. Like, I need 500. And that's what happened with the $25,000 I made. I made that in a day, guys. The next day I said I needed 40,000. I need 60,000. I did 25. Like, and guess what? I came up with $5,000 because I didn't secure what I needed to do, which was walk away. You made the profit. You made a lot of money. You made somebody's salary in a day, and I didn't do that, right? It was one of the most painful lessons, but it helped me to say, whatever, I'm not focused on dollar value. Over time, the process of trading will yield me $25,000 in a day at some point, but I have to pay my due diligence right now, and I got to take trading as it is right now, which is, hey, if this is all I'm making, this is all I'm making. Withdraw 20 bucks and go buy yourself some food. Just feel that it's real. But desensitization from the dollar amount is real. You're not going to think it's a lot because you've seen different numbers on your screen. Remember, at the end of the day, you're doing this at your own leisure, at your own time, at your own pace. It doesn't get any better than this. Take the money, walk away, reanalyze later, go to your trading journal, reflect. Hey, what was so great about this trade? What was not so great about this trade? I always have a technical mindset and then I have a psychological mindset. My psychological mindset is number one. My technical mindset is number two. So when I'm reflecting in my trading journal, I write my technical takeaways down, and then I write my psychological takeaways down. How was I feeling? This is not about technical. This is not about chart patterns. How was I feeling? Did I do my morning routine? Was I arguing with, I don't know, my brother? Was I arguing with my brother? Like, you have to be very self-aware of all these things, because the moment your emotions are in this and you're looking at the market from a distorted view of not your centeredness, you can just do something totally out of your disciplines that's uncanny and unconventional for the way you trade. So be aware of all aspects of you, starting with your mindset first and then dialing down into the technicals, because it's going to be the really easy part of the game. All right, so let's take a look at USD CAD. This one as well. This one I should have traded when I saw it, but again, I am somebody who I love routine. I love that. Okay, so for me, not being in my trading space, I know everyone loves to post pictures on Instagram and be like, I'm trading from my laptop and like Bora Bora. For me, I'm not good at trading from my laptop and Bora Bora. All right, I am a great trader in my house, at my desk, in my zone, and I have to be aware of that. So I might make trading profits here and go on vacation, but I'm not looking to trade on vacation. I'm truly not. I don't like trading from a laptop. I like a big Mac desktop. And so now that I'm back at my desk, I can get into my zone again. Be aware, it goes back to that self-aware. And I saw this, I could have taken sells off this all day. I saw it, but it just wasn't comfortable for me. And that's the self-awareness that you have to have, even if it means missing out on money. And because you're gonna miss out on money. You're gonna see a trade, that looks so good, and then for whatever reason you're going to glance over here and miss the trade that you saw that was really good. You're going to do all these little like human things in the market until you start to figure yourself out. But we can see on the USD CAD, it's a very similar structure to the dollar index. Why? Because guys, it goes in positive correlation, so it means it moves with it. So this is the new high. We're looking for a pullback. This is my 4-hour last line of defense, and I'll write that just to reiterate. You want to make sure that you are paying attention to your zones on the time frame you created the zone on. So this is my 4-hour last line of defense. I understand price can trade all the way here before going higher. All right, so I'm open to all this movement, and you can see on the lower time frames, I mean, it was just sell after sell. Sell here, sell here, sell here, and then you can see we created a new low, couldn't break this level, it looks like, and now we have another sell brewing. I think we could probably tap into this level down here. So USD CAD looks like a good sell setup right now to get into these levels. So enter off that candlestick, stop loss goes up here, right? Stop loss in a sell goes above the high, stop loss in a buy goes beneath the low. So my stop loss would go here. I set it, I forget it, I don't care. At this point, I understood my risk. I let the trade run. I'll look back, hey, am I still in the trade? Did I hit my TPs or am I out? If I'm stopped out, it's just a great learning lesson. Don't overthink it. Don't hate yourself. Don't contemplate your entire existence. Your happiness is not dependent on the market. But you're going to take your bumps and your bruises, but you're also going to have your moments of winning. And when you start to learn how to win correctly in this market, it's going to be really beautiful. So USD CAD right now looks like a beautiful sell setup brewing. I like this. I think this could be great. What is that? 20 pips to make 53. That's a good setup for me. So USD CAD, and I think I want to go over GBP odd. So last week I said that this was my favorite trade of the week to pay attention to. And this is a great example of understanding that, guys, your confirmations, and I'll wrap it up with this, your confirmations don't necessarily mean that just because they show up on the screen, the market has to do that, right? There are going to be moments where all your confirmations are there and the market is so random that it's just going to do what it wants to do. All right, you don't need a 90% hit rate to be successful in this market. If people are really making money, they're not flaunting 190% hit rate. My hit rate is with my team is about 70%. So it does seem high, but it's not, it's 7 out of 10 trades. So I'm losing about 3 of those, which means, guys, it'd be really easy to win 7 times, lose 3 times, and take away all of my wins. If you can learn to win 7 times or whatever, you can win 5 times and lose 5 times, but you got to keep your losses small, which means not opening up your stop loss just because you have a hoping mentality that this trade is going to turn around and go the right way. It means keeping your stop loss on because you trust what you're seeing and what you're willing to lose, right? You really got to trust this game of trading. It is patience and trust. And those little disciplines you just got to be okay with. So let me show you what I saw on GBPR. So that was my last line of defense on the 4-hour, created that new high, and then we broke an internal, right? So we got the movement that I absolutely love. This is what I call my internal break. But you can see price didn't hold, right? And that's the second part of the equation. It's like seeing all the lower time frame internal breaks, but now I need momentum. And this is why with my students, they have this confirmation list that's sequential. Like it takes them in order of what they need to look for. So they would have gotten all the way to the price action confirmations and said, hey, internal break, beautiful. But now I need the higher low, and now I need the momentum. And you can see, guys, right here, this looked appealing, but look at this, no momentum. We just literally pushed and then snatched back down with the bearish candle. So at this point, guys, you have to just say, all right, it's not meant to be, it's not meant to go my way. So now I have to adapt with the market. This was another one where I saw so many sell setups. Looks like this is going to sell off some more, where this low could have been a sell this low to this lower high, could have been a sell to here. And now you can see we're at this 30-minute last line of defense and we're rejecting. So I think we could probably get back into this area as well. I'm not looking to trade it, but this is one of those things where it gave me everything, but I was missing 2 price action confirmations, which are very vital to my success in the market, and I didn't get them. I tell my students my confirmation list that I provide to you guys that we work on every single week in our live lectures and our sessions. If it's a great trade setup, those confirmations are going to show up every time. They're going to be high probability confirmations. You're not going to have to say, well, I'm missing some here, got some here. Maybe it's an okay trade. It will show up. And I just by looking at this structure in here, I can see where the confirmations would have played out 100%. Every single one of them would have showed themselves. And that's how you adapt. You can try to think, you're a wizard. You can predict this market. It is not a game of prediction. It is a game of reaction. So keep that in mind, guys. This is a game of reaction. And there it is, guys. Price ran to that DXY level and bounced off. So beautiful. All right, so it looks like we're going to push down on the DXY. So, guys, if you're trading any of your GBP USD, XXX USD, look maybe for some buys. I'm going to glance back at the NZD I called. And here it is, guys. My students are all about to hit their TP. Beautiful market, beautiful. So guys, I've been going for 30 minutes. I'm rambling. I love getting on here. We will be live again tomorrow at 9 a.m. No, tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, 9 a.m. With another market session. Great trade setup, guys. If you're interested in joining my platform, I do have Instagram where you can connect with me through there. I believe it's in the chat below. If not, if one of my students is on, please drop it. If not, we'll make sure to drop it. But guys, I have a website that's getting ready to launch, and that'll be an easier way for you guys to kind of, go through the experience and say, hey, what's Lex's course about? There will be a monthly subscription fee for just analysis and video library. There will be a one-time lifetime access fee where you get video library, live sessions a week with me, one-on-ones. You get access to my flexology psychology workshop, which is very new to the industry. It's something that's been in the works. I am putting together a flexology workshop because, guys, psychology is the game changer in this market. It is not analysis. You will not need more education. You will not need more patterns. It's going to be all about your psychology and your mindset. So I'm here to teach that. But if you're interested, please reach out. And I absolutely love being on here, guys. If you are looking to get funded, surge trader, compliant, transparent, great trading rules, live money, take advantage, guys. I have a discount code for you, although right now it's 20% off because we just hit our 2-year anniversary. So beautiful. But when that code expires, I do have a discount code for you. So take advantage. And with that being said, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to get ready to go to Tampa for a concert and a fun day with my partners. So with that being said, I'm out of here, and I will catch you guys on Friday. Peace.